morning, and thank you for the opportunity to be here. One of the things that I want to do is make sure that before I leave, I get dancing lessons from Ian Cook. Folks, I really appreciate the opportunity to come here this morning. It's a great pleasure to address a group of CHRPs who have contributed a lot to the profession. I've got a few remarks. The theme is standing together. So I've got 3 points around standing together. One is standing together with respect to evidence. One is standing together to meet the future. And another point is standing together as volunteers. The idea is that when you step forward and join the group of CHRPs, that in fact is standing together. First one is evidence and data. HR, I do believe, is about perception, it's about empathy, emotional connection, but I'm also convinced that evidence, which effectively addresses a broad range of issues, such as organizational productivity, employee engagement and attraction, the nature of conflict and how to deal effectively with it, the assessment of safety hazards, and also the efforts that we make. These are all things that can actually help us if we use data and we use information along with the skills that we have in terms of empathy and connection with people. We're standing together in a sense because the evidence draws us together. Now, if we actually think about that, that's also helping us shape our CHRP, the standards that we use, and the way in which we actually work in our professions and in our organizations. So I think I draw to your attention that standing together in regard to evidence is a way in which we're building the future of our... Now, on the topic of the future, remember what Jeremy Gucci said yesterday? He quoted Peter Drucker, the management leader and thinker. And he said, Jeremy said yesterday that Peter Drucker had said, the questions stay the same, it's the answers that change. I really enjoyed Jeremy's points on all levels. But one of the things that I thought about was, in the last 7 years, HR has moved from the role of managing forms and processes into a place where we manage services, then into a place where we work with leaders in the organization. And now we're seeing an unfolding of strategic partnerships. So that's another form of standing together. And as we walk through these different stages, I was thinking about the truth from Drucker that still resonates in my ears, and that is that many times we're asking the same questions. We're just looking for different answers in different contexts. But by working together, we do find those answers. So, what about the future? Standing together, if we figure the things out that we need to in the future, by working together, we're going to be stronger. That's what's propelled this move of HR forward so far, and that's what will take us further forward. Speak about volunteers too. I had the opportunity to attend the volunteer recognition event yesterday that was held for some of the volunteers who were attending the conference. Great groups of people who do incalculable hours of contribution to maintain our profession. And the way in which we can, of course, recognize that is from time to time say thank you. And that's important. But also when we think about how our profession is moving forward, we can think about the evidence-based notion. We can think about how we have driven different questions and looked for solutions. But we also have to think about those volunteers that help us move forward. This is, I think, the 3rd year that I've been at a BC conference. It's always well organized. People are tremendously friendly. I'm always impressed by the speakers and the way the themes work together. We have a lovely conference facility here. But as I go back and I think about it, I think not just about the site and the speakers, but I think about the people that I meet that are in the profession. That's always very important to me. Usually you have a 3-point list when you speak at something like this, so I'm going to sneak in a 4th point. Hope you don't mind. I'll be brief. And that is standing together for recognition of achievement. Not only are volunteers a critical way in which we move forward, and not only as you study for the CHRP and as you study for your recertification, are you standing together and being a volunteer. But we need to stand together in recognition of what each other does. So, think about this, 70 years of CCHRA, 50 years of conferences. That's a lot of talent, a lot of work, It's a lot to be proud of. And I just wanted to thank you very, very much for the opportunity to maybe make these few comments, to congratulate you as you stand together as CHRPs. And you have my continued respect. And I look forward to meeting more of you in the conference. I look forward to future conferences and all of the work that you do in BC to provide excellence in HR. Thank you very much.